Today, I helped Grandpa in his garden. We pulled weeds and made sure we pulled out all the roots. We watered the soil. The best part is that when we were done, we cut the stems on a few flowers and put them in a vase for me to take home. I took home this beautiful sunflower. Click the parts of the sunflower to learn why I chose this flower. Then, click on the next arrow when you are ready to learn more about plant parts. The big yellow flower is so beautiful. It is so cheery and pretty. The bees must have thought so too. The flower seemed to attract several of them. Guess what my favorite part is? The seeds. I think they look cool poking out of the middle of the flower. But my favorite thing to do is to eat the sunflower seeds. Underneath the hard covering is a tasty little treat. Grandpa said if I don't eat them all, I can plant a few in my yard. I can grow my own sunflowers. The stem on the sunflower is thick and tall. It needs to be strong to support the large, heavy flower. Luckily, Grandpa had some sharp garden scissors to cut through the stem. I will put the stem in water so it can carry water to the flower. Welcome to the lesson, What are some plant parts? In this lesson, you'll learn about the different parts of a plant. You'll also find out about the function of each plant part. The vocabulary words for this lesson are flower, seed, and pollen. Click each word to find out more about it. Did you know that a plant makes its own food with help from the sun? Inside leaves, a process called photosynthesis makes sugars needed for a plant to survive. Each plant part has its own function. Some parts make the plant's food, some parts provide structure for the plant, and some parts make seeds. Each plant part has a specific function that is important for a plant's survival. Click on the highlighted areas to find out more. Roots anchor the plant in the ground. They also take in nutrients and water from the soil and carry them to the stem of the plant. A stem is like a pathway for water and food. Water and nutrients move from the roots through the stem to other parts of the plant. The stem also provides a strong structure for the plant. Leaves are often flat, but they come in many shapes and sizes. Leaves make food for the plant through a process called photosynthesis. Flowers produce seeds so that new plants can grow. Flowers can be found in all colors, shapes, and sizes. Many of them smell good, too. Did you know that a flower's color and smell have an important purpose for the plant? Click the images to learn more about flowers. After an insect or the wind has pollinated a flower, a seed will begin to form. This seed is like an egg. Once planted in soil, it will grow into a new plant. Some seeds form in fruits, such as apples or blueberries. A flower makes seeds that will grow into new plants. Pollen, the yellow dust on this flower, is important in forming a seed. Have you ever wondered why flowers have scents and are bright, bold colors? It's so insects, like bees, will be attracted to the flower. After they land on a flower, insects spread pollen to another plant. Bringing pollen to a flower is called pollinating it. Plants depend on bees, wind, and other insects to carry pollen from flower to flower. Once a flower gets pollen from another flower, it can make a seed. Now that you know more about the different parts of a plant, can you match each plant part name to its picture?
We already did that. So we have the roots, the seed, the flower, the leaf, the pollen, and the stem.
Each plant part has a very specific job to do. Click the pictures to learn more about the role of each plant part. Have you ever thought about why plants need sunlight to grow? Well, leaves use sunlight to make the plant's food and sugar through a process called photosynthesis. This sugar helps the plant grow. The stem is thick to provide support for the plant. Water moves up through the stem from the roots to the leaves. Sugars move through the stem from the leaves to the rest of the plant. Pollen is a fine powder that flowers make. It is needed to make seeds. When flowers are pollinated, they make seeds. The seed forms at the base of the flower. When the flower finishes blooming and dries up, the seed is released. Sometimes fruits, such as apples and strawberries, form when a flower is pollinated. These fruits contain the seeds of the plant. Sometimes seeds form in the flower itself, forming a bulge at the bottom of the flower. The seeds eventually grow into new plants. Roots act as the base for a plant. Roots form a wide, strong base by spreading out in all directions in the soil. They anchor the plant to the ground. The roots and tiny root hairs take in water and nutrients from the soil. The bigger the plant, the bigger the root system.